Yo guys, I'm Excavation and today this is the start of a journey. We are going to be racing as Nyck De Vries in the 2018 Formula 2 Championship. The aim is we're going to do the Formula 18 season with Nyck De Vries in Prema, and what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully earn a spot and go up into Formula 1 with most likely McLaren, as that's the team he's affiliated with. So obviously first round of the F2 Championship is at Sakir, Bahrain, and I found it really difficult because it's the first time I'd used F2 cars.
The drivers are ready, we're certainly ready. What awaits us today as qualifying starts here in Bahrain?
So yeah, as I was saying, I really struggled, especially in practice. I couldn't get anything going at all. This is the end of my second to last lap. So I did a couple laps on the mediums, and I went out on the softs in the qualifying, and coming across the line on the second to last lap. And now this is the flying lap, and I just really struggled. I couldn't get my braking points. I couldn't get the car turned. It was just all around quite sloppy, to be fair. And also the AI, well, in previous games have been very good here at Bahrain, so I'm not really sure. Through the first few corners, it wasn't too bad. Definitely up on my time. As we come into the middle section of the track, you can see just sloppy on the power, not too good. And you know, we're 2 tenths up at the moment. We actually go up to about 5-6 tenths there. See, on the exit, just not really holding it at all. Obviously broke later than last time, which gained time, and into the final, well, 2 corners technically, just poor, sloppy the whole way, and DRS open and across the line to go P16. Not good enough really for our first race with Nyck De Vries. Haven't done him justice there because he's a very good driver, but like to see how we do in the race.
Set for the race tomorrow, but before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top 3, which are Albert, Norris and Maximilian Günther. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So as you can see there, Sean Galale, our teammate, was only in P12, so it's not like he smashed us out of the park. He was only 4 places ahead of us, but for sure the aim was obviously 8th.
Welcome to Sakir and the Bahrain International Circuit, where the grid is forming up ready for today's race. Plenty of opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit for these young F2 drivers to show what they can do. The best passing opportunity right up there at turn 1, and we should see plenty of action there. But there's another not long after at turn 4. There are 9 right-handers, 6 left-handers, and the possibility that we could see some flat spots at the tightest of those left-handers. That's turn 10. I'm not the only one sitting here today who's looking forward to today's race. My friend and ex-GP2 champion Davide Valsecchi next to me is already on the edge of his seat awaiting the start of the event. How's it going today?
Hello there, Alex. I'm great, thank you, and very excited to get started. I have a feeling we are in for a very special event today.
Here is the grid for today's race, which will be starting shortly. Alexander Albon has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, with Lando Norris alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Günther, Fuoco, Nurey Fukuzumi, and Boccolacci, Delatraz, Russell, Latifi, Jack Aitken, Giotto, Galeo, Sergio Sette Camara, and Markelov, Kari, De Vries, Makino, and Alessio Lorandi. Maney and Roberto Merri completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So absolutely buzzing for the start. Obviously, yeah, as I said just a second ago, the aim is 8th for the reverse grid pole, and jumping into the lights here, just looking for a good start. And it's lights out, and we get a fairly average start, but I wasn't expecting much. It was my first start in an F2 car, although this is very bad. Down into P19 now. Where can we go? Looking for the space, and we actually duck to the left-hand side there, right to the outside, as that seemed to be the only place we could go. Battling alongside Markelov now, wheel to wheel, and Kari. Kari gets the better of us. car climbing the hill now. Can we make a dive bomb onto Kari here? We have a go. Wheel to wheel. We actually touch his side pods. Losing the back end slightly. Almost had a tank slapper on lap 1. But we just had to give up. We got the position, sorry. And now onto Galel, and we just absolutely cook the braking zone. We just slam on the brakes and make sure he has the position, because we did just brake too late there, and that was me saying I'm just struggling so much with the F2 cars. And now Kari, can Kari have a look into turn 1, into the braking zone, and just no, we seem to have him covered there. And now we need to push on and see if we can catch Galel and overtake, because obviously the aim is P8 to get reverse grid pole for the sprint race. Moving on now to lap 3. Again, we're just slightly losing touch of Galel, but looking like Markelov is sticking with us, which could be an interesting tussle, certainly in the laps to come. Of course, I think we're pitting on around lap 6 off these softs. We get an awful exit out of there after going wide, and now Markelov could be all over the back of us here. DRS open, that's so frustrating. Just as we get DRS to Galel, we do go wide, losing our opportunity to stick with him. And now Markelov to the outside, we could leave him just enough space on the track. Down into the braking zone, we go slightly deep, but that's fine because he's on our outside, and we don't need to worry about it as he's slotted back behind us and now climbing up the hill once again. Will he have another look into what turn 4 this is? Into the braking zone. And we go slightly deep here, and he is going to go wheel to wheel with us on the exit, but and slots back behind. And now, once again, Markelov did get past us. I don't really know where. I can't remember. I must have left it out. But on lap 4 now, hunting down Markelov. And there's no pressure from behind, which allows us to focus onto Markelov. We're going to dummy left and then slam it onto the right-hand side. We left that super late and just about get the car slowed down, and that was a superb overtake. But he's still wheel to wheel with us, Markelov. Pushing up the hill, but we just get the better of him with DRS, and Markelov doesn't have it. Into the braking zone now. Do we go deep again? No, we don't. Into turn 10 now on the left hand, and you can see there Galel's just gone. So I always have another tank slapper, just showing that we're just not comfortable in the car. As I was saying, Galel's just sprinted off into the distance with his battle with Markelov. Markelov round the outside. He brakes so much later than us, but we have the inside line. But he's still on our outside, but then he slots behind, and he would have had the inside to the next corner had he held it in there. We go slightly wide, which is going to compromise us. Getting on the power now, and we should be fine from Markelov for this straight, certainly. Going into the braking zone now, and yeah. Oh, we've gone deep again, and that's the story of this Bahrain feature race. And now Markelov is all over us. We're going to push him up to the pit wall, leaving just a car's length width, but the DRS is going to get him past. We're going to slot back behind, try and get some slipstream, and see if we can make a move back into turn 1. Round the outside, it's going to be a great move, but we try almost like a half-hearted cutback, but it just doesn't work. Hunting Markelov now up the hill, DRS open. Can we have a go into turn 4 here? Climbing, and braking late, almost having an accident. Nothing came of it, and he goes deep into the final corner on the lap that we're coming into the pits. And he gives that position up to us. Now into the pits, getting just slowed down in time. Markelov versus De Vries in the pit stops. How will that go? So now coming into the pits, we need a quick pit stop here to stay ahead of the Russian time car. And now, how long is it going to be? About 6.03 we come out. Markelov, and somehow we kind of ghost in front of him there, but we somehow stay ahead of Markelov. Our pit crew doing a fantastic job there to secure that. Now at the pits we go. Markelov behind us, and it's going to be a big push to the end now. Later on in the lap, going now round turn, what, that must be 7? No, 8. we're not really paying attention, and Markelov's coming around the outside. No! He hits us and we spun. We're sliding around. Markelov goes off. Maney, and we've lost the back end, trying to regroup. Safety car deployed. Maney goes past. We ghost. We come back, and we're ahead of Markelov. Interesting how that was. But now on the safety car restart, down the inside goes Markelov. And he gets past us. I feel like it is slightly our fault. So Markelov getting... Oh, no, my God! Dorian Boccolacci has caused a massive incident there. I feel like it was kind of our fault. We weren't paying attention. We didn't turn in as soon as we should have. So maybe we might have deserved a penalty. Don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But now on lap 11, Makino is who we are hunting down for P14. And Louis Delatraz ahead has a problem. And he's holding up a few guys in front, which is hoping... I'm getting a sneaking suspicion that we might be able to get Makino here. Pushing through the last corner and now stamping on the accelerator, and off we go down the straight. And as you can see there, Delatraz getting overtaken. DRS re-enabled after the safety car restart on lap 12 here. De Vries, we are in 15th. Kari behind us in 16th now into the break zone quite nicely. So you can see there, Delatraz holding up. Sete Camera's gotten past him, and now Makino's holding up Delatraz and into turn 10 now where we had the incident. Getting on the throttle nicely, no back end not stepping out. That was really a big trouble throughout this entire race, and what I've shown you, what I haven't shown you so many times. But now Makino down the inside of Louis Delatraz. And we're going to need to make this move on Delatraz quick before Makino gets away, and we're going to make it soon. We don't have the room. We're going to have to go off track. Do we touch? I don't think we do. Round the outside of the weakened Delatraz, and he comes down the inside at the start of sector 3, but we seem to be fine. Now trying to hunt down Makino. Getting no DRS, obviously it's not the DRS straight, but will we get DRS? Will we get in the DRS straight? A lovely exit, and now we're right on the back of Makino. We will get DRS. And unfortunately, my recording software did have a little breakdown. So now, towards the end of the race, we're going to go down the inside of Makino. We are going to get past him. We're going to go defensive towards the centre of the track, stopping Makino from getting a run on us. Into the braking zone now. Will he come back? And we brake fairly early, and we hold station ahead. Looking at the onboard of this, as you can see, we just dive down the inside of Makino. He locks up. We see the opportunity. We ease off the brake pedal and just go straight through. A bit of a wheel bang. And number 17 trying to get past us now. Can he do it into the turn 4, that is? And he goes round the outside, and what an overtake. We just can't fight back now into the second sector now. Fighting away. We need something. This is right at the end of the Grand Prix. I think this is the last lap of the Grand Prix. The floodlights on, coming into turn 9 where we had the incident. And we're going to have a massive lunge. We're going to bang wheels. We're going to get on the power. We're going to have the DRS that gets away with a poor exit. Makino maybe having a look. And we're going to go past number 17 there. Into the braking zone. Can we hold it? We can. And can that be all she wrote? We've got a few corners to navigate and a straight and half a straight to navigate before the end of this race. And now, can we do this? It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Getting on the power down the straight now. We're going very defensive to the inside. We should just about cover it off. We brake fairly early. The last thing I wanted to run wide and him to get a serious run on us. We don't go too wide nicely, but we don't get on the power where we have a snap of oversteer. And are we going to get overtaken onto the line? No, just ahead. matter of tenths in that. As you can see there, the results, Nyck De Vries 12th, that's our first result, and it was Roberto Merri, in front of us. He shot off in the Campos, and Lorandi, that's sorry for the lack of name there. I forgot who was behind us, but it's Lorandi. Now jumping into the sprint race, we need a serious result here.
Race, we've reversed the top 8 from yesterday, and everyone here is getting ready for what's shaping up to be a thrilling conclusion to the weekend. Alongside me today, I'm delighted to welcome back to the commentary box the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. There looks to be a challenging race ahead of the drivers today, Davide. With that in mind, what are you looking out for today?
Well, Alex, I want to see how the drivers at the back of the grid are going to roll down. They'll need to make an impact in the early stages, and they're probably hoping for a bit of luck at the start. We may see some bold maneuvers out there today.
Here we go, jumping into the sprint race. We need a really good result here. But unfortunately, as this is my first ever F2 race, I didn't quite understand the tyre rules, and something I didn't notice was the fact that the extra set of mediums that they give you is not for qualifying, which is what I use them for. And we therefore are starting on very old tyres, and we just go for an absolute dive bomb, to be honest. We lost our braking zone, and now wheel to wheel with Lando Norris. So yeah, that will come back to haunt us in this race. But what can we do? P12, because we've got a really bad getaway. We lunged back to our position that we started in P12. Norris jumping down from 8th on the grid, and now moving later on. Coming into turn 1, can we make a move onto Lando Norris? Down, and we last minute duck to the right. We outbroke him by a long way, but looks like Norris should hold the position with better traction. We weren't trying to overtake, we almost just weren't ready for it. And now up the hill, can Makino get us? Once again battling with Makino, but no, he cannot, and we hold station in P12 for the moment. But we can't let Norris get away, and it's exactly what we're not going to do here. Back DRS enabled, obviously no DRS on this straight because the detection zone is before the line. And now can we dive into turn 1 this time? And again, we knew that after last time we would get a really good break because he just doesn't seem to be braking that late. And on the outside, we hold it. And we're up into P11. Can Norris fight back now? No, he can't. And can we push on to get Merri to start fighting towards the point, which I believe is only P8 onwards for the sprint race? Is that, if that's incorrect, I'll take it back. But Norris down the inside, he brakes so much later than us, and we try and get a better exit on the inside. On the outside, we actually touch nose to tail slightly now, moving on to the final turn. And Norris locks up, and we're going to almost hit him. I think we might have got a slight touch there. Now with DRS, we're going to go down the inside on the straight, and he can't do anything. We're just cruising past. And into the braking zone, we've broken fairly early, and Makino's going to dive down the inside in the number 2 Russian time car, and he's going to get up into P11, and we're back down to P12. Now, no DRS. Makino's going to keep DRS, and he's going to storm off up the hill. Yellow flags. I wonder what's that for. I think it's Lando Norris. As you see there, he's dropped down from P13. Wow. What has happened there? Lando Norris out of the session. He must have some sort of mechanical issues because no contact made, as far as I'm aware. And at this point, we couldn't keep up with Makino. And then this is what I'm on about. The tyre, we got a puncture on the final corner, so we quickly ducked into the pits on lap 8 on a race that you're not supposed to pit. Now, I didn't really click in my head during practice that I needed that set for the sprint race, because obviously I've never done a sprint race before. I've never had to save a set of tyres because I never really thought about it. So we're going to go on to used softs here on lap 8, and that's really our race over at this point. We're down in P19. And yeah, 6.3 seconds, not a bad pit stop, but by no means good. We come out on very worn tyres, as you can see there, and my worry at this point is, are we even going to get to the end? I mean, still racing at this point, I didn't really click, because I was supposed to pit on lap 9, so I thought, oh, everybody will be pitting next lap. I just used up my tyres too much in whenever I used them, and from this point on I slowly started to realise that that extra set of mediums was for the second race, as now, as you can see, we're on lap 11, still nobody's even come close to pitting. And yeah, so the race keeps going from bad to worse on the penultimate lap, and another puncture. We've made a pit stop and we've had 2 punctures in the sprint race. The front left is gone. It's gone, and we haven't even made a 2-stop work, 1-stop work. We're going to have to make a 2-stop. At this point, I'm thinking, do I just slow down and let, I think it's Giotto in the lead, just overtake me? But I decide, no, we'll come into the pits. And I can't believe it at this point. And a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Go back and watch that, because I was genuinely at like 27 mile an hour. I don't know why they pulled me up for a penalty there. I don't know what it was. But now, tyres on. For 6.1, it's not a bad pit stop. George Russell actually has the fastest lap in P18, and as you can see, as we leave the pits, Giotto crosses the line to win the race. So we're just going to dawdle around this final lap, and actually look at the tyres. 83% wear. We are, once you go past 80, the tyre can puncture at any point. We go to 84 before the end of the race. We almost had 3 punctures in one sprint race, but that will concede a very, very disappointing sprint race, and definitely something to remember for the next one. That was a shocking race. The pace wasn't bad, you know, we kept up with Norris and we weren't too far away from Makino before the puncture came, especially considering we were on much worn tyres compared to everybody else, which in hindsight is retrospect why we got such a bad start, because the tyres were just so worn in, it didn't grip.
That's why they won today. Smooth, steady, everything better.
After our first race as Nyck De Vries, no points. 119th finish and 112th finish.
The car, the strategy, they managed to keep out of trouble the whole way around.
Not a good weekend, but we'll bounce back in Baku for sure.
Top drivers with their trophies for today's race, and there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Campos on the top step.
I think that might be Sean Gelael on the podium with thing. Well, I have to have a quick look. And if so, that is not good for us, but good for the team.
It's time to see how this result affects the
It was Sean Gelael in the
points.
points.
Now then, Davide Valsecchi,
A very disappointing result nonetheless. I want to thank everybody for watching this race. We're going to try our absolute best in Baku to bounce back and get some points now. One thing to always remember about Bahrain, or certainly on the previous games of the year, AI are ridiculously good at Bahrain, sorry. So maybe we won't be getting battered. We never really had the pace all weekend. It was our first weekend. We struggled. We made a lot, and I mean a lot of mistakes during the entire weekend, practice, qualifying, and the race. But yeah, nonetheless, that has been this first episode. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you like the concept of the Nyck De Vries career mode, smash the like button. Thank you guys for watching so much. I've been Excavation. Subscribe and like, and hopefully see you for the next episode.